smoke on this cause it relax my mind.
Too much fuck shit go on.
I don't let it slide, you cross the line.
Man, we can't, we at you.
I don't trust my own nigga sometimes. Watch my own back, I don't know who watching mine.
Champion, URL TV.tv just announced probably one of the biggest matches of the year. First of all, we got Vodafly here, we got Tech9 here. Hollow Da Don versus Tay-Rock, Summer Madness 6. Initial thoughts. My thoughts about Vodafly first.
Madness! Woo! We got one.
This is a big one.
You got Hollow Da Don. You got Tay-Rock. They've been talking trash for as long as I can remember. And I think this has the potential to be one of the biggest battles, if not the biggest battle of the year. If you think about what Hollow Da Don has been able to do and what Tay-Rock has been able to do Tay-Rock has essentially came from a couple years ago, battling in real small rooms, went through the Born Legacy, worked his way all the way up. Tay-Rock wasn't, quote unquote, given the silver spoon that people get to legacy status, you know what I mean? He had to work his way from the bottom, from employee, supervisor, shift supervisor, management. He had to work his way.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Hollow Da Don, he's part of the legacy crew, if you want to call him that. When you got the Arsenals, the Loaded Lugs, you throw Hollow Da Don, this is the legacy crew. You know what I mean? That their legacy has been cemented. Now you don't think so? Why not? Why? I would love to hear this.
Hollow did the same thing. Fight Club. We can go all the way back.
WRC, Hollow the 2-on-2s, Hollow was
been
there.
grinding it out.
I'm not saying he didn't earn his way. Is what I did not say that. What I'm saying is Hollow's legacy
Into the new era, you're saying?
Into the new era has been cemented more so. Tay-Rock has had to have every year he's have to be on URL. If Hollow Da Don doesn't battle for a year or two on URL or takes a year off, it's understandable. Tay-Rock at this point cannot take a whole year off URL. Do you think so? A whole year?
Hollow made it look
He can now. Because he's the face of URL now. He's one of the big figures.
But would he take a year off?
Probably not. He's been battling the top competition every year.
Every event.
The Rum Nitties, the chats, he's
That's the
battling
difference.
guys.
Hollow made it look easy. Tay-Rock didn't. Tay-Rock struggled. We seen what Charlie Clips did to him early on in his career. He destroyed him. Tay-Rock, he's been knocked down, and it's that Rocky story. He's been knocked down, he's climbed back up, he's made it back to the top. There's no Rocky story with Hollow. He's excelled on every level.
Right.
He never had trouble, really. He's always, every obstacle he's climbed over it.
So with that being said, you said he had no trouble, and Tay-Rock did have the trouble. Who's winning this, guys?
Hollow, no question. Tay-Rock struggled with Sharon. Sharon beat him, by the way.
Okay.
He struggled. Sharon, he struggled with him.
But did he give Sharon his all though?
I don't think so.
Okay, we gotta stop.
With excuses.
We gotta stop getting back.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. He didn't care about it.
Let's get started.
He lost.
Okay, I agree. I said he lost.
You can't go to the playoffs and not give it your all. If you don't give it your all, you're going home.
He battled
Is Sharon
Arsenal
in the
too, though.
playoffs?
He battled Arsenal too, though.
Sharon's in the playoffs?
Sharon is a good opponent. You can't lose to Sharon.
He battled Arsenal.
And that was a big card. It was a big stage.
He battled Arsenal on UW too. If we're talking about UW,
I felt Tay-Rock won that.
you know what I mean? So
It was a good battle.
It was a close one too.
he won the battle. Is what I'm saying.
So you said you got Hollow. You disagreeing with that? Huh?
I'm disagreeing.
You got Tay-Rock? Why you got Tay-Rock? Let's get into it. That's why we here.
This is the reason
Let's
why.
talk.
I'm going to say this is the reason why I got Tay-Rock. And I hope Tay-Rock doesn't let it down in this battle. If Tay-Rock does a couple of things, which we will get into later, I feel like he can win this battle. Now, does Hollow have the star power, the bars, the rebuttals, and freestyle? I get it. He has all of that. Mm-hmm. But when you look at what Tay-Rock has been able to do against quality opponents, if he closes the space, starts early, doesn't lose the first round. If he loses the first round, he's going to lose the battle. Mm-hmm. There's no way. You're not being Hollow down 2 rounds. But if he starts quick, and can potentially to make the first round debatable or steal this first round, I don't see him losing the second 2 rounds. Now, the crowd factor. People say, oh, Rock's got the gas, and oh, I get it. But if he's able to use all of these things in his favor, he can potentially steal the first round. That's just my personal opinion.
When was the last time Tay-Rock stole the first round from someone?
This is what I'm saying. If
If this is a big if. That's a big if.
Hollow has a way of making the impossible look possible. He does it all the time.
Okay, remember the first round versus Briz Rothstein?
Yeah.
Summer Madness coming.
Yeah. Conceded
4'5", still ducking.
Do you understand? Hollow has a way of not losing. Every time he gets in the battle, it looks like he's going to lose the battle. He finds a way to weasel his way out.
He's supposed to lose Loaded Lux clearly. He's supposed to.
He finds his way to make it debatable. Hollow is a genius when it comes to battle rap. That's why he is a ticket seller. That's why he is. He's a cash cow. The event's gonna sell out. Why? Because Hollow the Don is on the card. Tay-Rock's not selling the event out. Hollow's selling the event.
Tay-Rock is selling the event.
Nope. He's
Tay-Rock
not
is selling the event.
No, he's not. Against who?
Against everyone's face.
No way.
He's a part of the reason those seats fill out.
Yeah, he is.
URL did a poll too.
When Tay-Rock didn't battle on Double Impact, it was kind of empty in there. I was in there. Was you in there?
Yeah,
was you in there? Was there a lot of room?
Hollow.
Hold on.
So Tay-Rock's a bigger draw than Hollow?
Oh, no.
What he's saying is, with Tay-Rock not being on the card, there was enough room for me to go like this. I can
Tay-Rock
shrug
is
my
a
back.
ticket seller too.
I can get my body moving.
Hollow's definitely the bigger draw. Hollow. They did a poll and everything.
But Tay-Rock sells tickets. It was enough room for me to shrug my back.
I didn't say Manny Pacquiao didn't sell tickets, but Mayweather sells tickets.
Okay.
With exclamation points. So we gotta keep it real here. This is not even up for debate here.
It's up for
because Hollow the Don is going to destroy Tay-Rock.
Destroyer is an
yes, he is.
Destroyer.
Now I'm predicting.
Clearly 2-1.
Even the people, the URL did a poll. Over 3,000 votes. The percentages coming in is Hollow 53%, Tay-Rock 32%. I agree with the polls. I have Hollow winning.
Gun bars is not enough.
Destroying.
Gun bars is not enough. First of all, Hollow's going to find a way to strip Tay-Rock's power. Once he attacks the gun bar angle and find a way to get around that, what does Tay-Rock do from there?
Tay-Rock applies the pressure. Applies the pressure to Hollow, closes the space, uses crowd control, and keeps his foot on the gas. I don't understand why this is impossible to see happening. You've seen him battle, and I know this is a totally different opponent, a totally different thing, but you cannot tell me that Tay-Rock, one thing about Hollow the Don is he's a very good battler. He's beat a lot of people, quality name, star power. But guess what? At the end
walk off the stage.
At the end of everything that Hollow the Don does, Tay-Rock has to rap. That's the only thing. He has to rap. He's gonna get his 5 minutes to rap.
I don't think
now if in his 5 minutes.
I don't think gun bars is gonna be enough to be Hollow, and I think a lot of the watered down material that Tay-Rock brings to the stage is gonna be exploited in this battle.
Okay, you're right, Tech. Gun bars is not enough to be Hollow, but that energy that he has,
the energy.
But can he come out the gate with that? I mean, the energy. Okay, the energy. 3 rounds against Chess, only for like a good 20. For only for like a good 2 minutes that it came out, and he won that clearly. But can he keep the energy the same all 3 rounds?
Let's be honest.
That's what he's gonna need to do.
Tay-Rock was in trouble against Chess,
and this is what I'm saying. But
when
the reason why, like I said, in reference to you both. The reason why I said the first round is the most important is because if he goes down 0-1 like he did versus Chess, you're not beating Hollow down for 2 rounds. It's not going to happen.
Hollow's not losing to Chess ever. So if he's struggling with Chess, let's look at the level of competition. He's struggling with Chess. He lost to Sharon. We can keep on. Tay-Rock's really not the Tay-Rock that he's been when he was Battler of the Year 2 years ago. When he was back-to-back Battler of the Year. He's not that person anymore. Can we be honest here?
Can he be?
Maybe.
All right.
Not against Hollow.
I got to defend Tay-Rock here. You know, he's, for the people, he's a battler of the people. He takes the competition that's been given to him.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't really want a lot of these guys.
I applaud him.
He doesn't really want a Rum Nitty. Let's be real. He doesn't really want a Chess. He wants Tay-Rock.
Right.
He wants to battle. I feel like he's gonna be a special Tay-Rock. When he battled Tsu Surf, he wanted Tsu Surf, and he was dangerous against Tsu Surf.
I agree.
That's my point.
I agree.
Now, what I will say about Hollow the Don, he has his path, who he's battled, mostly legends. Mostly legends. You got Hitman, you got Lux, you got Clips, you got Surf, you got Awkwards. Say what you want. I mean, from Arsenal, way back in his resume, all legends. Goods. I mean, these are guys that he's battled and most of his battles he's won. You know what I mean? There's very few battles that you can say Hollow got smoked in or never smoked, except for Arsenal first
When
time.
was the last?
Arsenal
when was the
first
last Hollow
time.
loss?
Arsenal.
I don't know. What he's got? What 8-9 years with no clear loss?
Fight Club.
Only
That-
Fight
he got
Club
treated,
is the only time he got
unfairly.
smoked.
He
Only
was treated
time,
unfairly.
yeah.
He did 2 in a
What-
day versus Arsenal.
What?
When was the last Hollow loss?
I mean,
Arguably,
I
you say
mean-
Lux. Arguably, that's debatable.
Arguably, that's arguably.
I mean, come on.
hard.
Every time I watch Hollow versus Lux, I pick a different winner every single time.
But Irving Plaza is Tay Rock's house.
I agree.
That
agree.
we have to. That is his
agree.
house.
I agree wholeheartedly. I
So
agree.
when I say that, because if we all sit here and just say all of us just say, oh, we all got Hollow, this doesn't make for a good debate. But when I'm looking at home court advantage, I think it distinctively means something due to the fact that, like you said, if let's say Chess and Tay Rock is somewhere else that's not where Rock is from. When he's going through his second round and he's doing the things that he's doing, the crowd really started to get behind him, you know what I mean? And it kind of helped propel him to that victory. But Hollow Don's a different opponent. And here's some of the things that I was saying that if Tay Rock continues to do, I don't think he can win this battle. Doing all these interviews, giving away angles, just
agree.
talking about things that you're doing too much. And the reason why, you know what Jay-Z said on 444, he said they're skipping leg day just to run their mouth. You don't skip leg day to run your mouth. And the reason why I say that is because when Loaded Lux battled Calico, if Loaded Lux put the angle out about his father, would it have been as impactful?
No.
It has no effect. If you know something, you're a battle rapper. If you know something about me that you know can shake a building, are you going to put it out there for the world to know?
No.
Guess when we going to find out?
At the battle.
On stage.
On stage.
He put
They
out
stopped
the Math Hoff angle. Possibly the Lord Silver Money angles out there. The Tay Rock, how the Don not really messing with URL. That's out there. Hopefully he can pivot off of something different and do something different.
Not to piggyback off my brother, the Tech 9. All the stop the microwavable material you putting out there before the battle. You gotta be quiet. Sometimes the best way to punch somebody in the face is by surprise. If I tell you I'm gonna punch you at 3:30, you're gonna be waiting for it. But if you come out that door, if you come in,
but does Tay Rock need an angle for Hollow? Does he need an angle?
Yeah.
yes.
I disagree. I don't think Tay Rock needs. So now you want to fight fire with fire. How the Don is one of the greatest anglers of all time, if not probably one of the best.
Which means you
So
have
now
to-
you want to take an angle to angle with him?
You have to
You want to be petty to petty with How the Don?
You can't.
One of the king of being petty?
He can't outbar Hollow.
Yes, he can.
I don't think
Yes,
so.
he can.
I think you got bar.
Shout out to Minnesota Luke. He put out this footage of Tay Rock when he was 15, 16. He's in his face. He's making it uncomfortable, like he said, and invading
Closing
his
the
space.
space.
The gas is up from the beginning. Rah. Sue Surf versus Howard the Don. Sue Surf in the first round is barring Hollow up back to back, smacking him around. Tay Rock needs to do the same thing.
Yes.
Tay Rock not let up, in his face, sweaty, off the rip. Do some, matter of fact, run into the building, Tay Rock, and start sweating right away. Sweat right away.
The Briz Rothstein first round is impeccable enough. I'm telling you, when he came out against Briz in the first round, he was going back to back to back. The way he ended that first round, the Summer Madness coming, Hitman still, all of that, he needs all of that.
You know what happens when you antagonize and get up in Hollow Don's face?
What happens?
He turns into a mutant.
Okay.
And if he's going to if Tay Rock's going to get in front of Hollow Don's face, all he's going to do is get him pissed off and he's going to attack him better. And Hollow's aggression is going to look a million times better than Tay Rock's aggression.
Now, does who go first matter?
Don't get your drink cooked for a hat. Don't let Hollow turn into that guy.
But sometimes I feel like I can disagree with that. Hollow's aggression, it takes away from what he's saying.
I don't
His
think so.
voice gets a little bit raspier. It sounds like, yeah.
People
Tay
like
Rock's
that.
aggression is better.
I don't know.
Tay
But
Rock's
do
aggression
you
is better.
think do you think that still hits in the URL building? Like in the URL, all that yelling and screaming and
Not for Hollow.
some fist and tread. You think that? You think
Not for
that?
Hollow.
If he doesn't
Not for Hollow.
8 to 12 bars, not the whole round.
Not for Hollow.
8 to 12 bars.
Tay Rock has better aggression.
Hollow will shake the room with his aggression.
Tay Rock
if he
has
does
better
that.
aggression. I feel like How the Don shakes the room with his IQ.
Yeah.
I.e. Charlie Clips How the Don first round. You're a Kit Kat. See how these would predict
Yeah.
that? He needs to do stuff like that.
And the IQ. You see what this bitch do? Look at this bitch.
Yeah.
Those
like
are the
that.
type of stuff but like balling, fisting, brawling, like that's cool.
They'll
but-
love to see that again.
What?
I mean that line.
He
Yeah, that
does
line.
that for 4 or 5, and I'm not saying carry it on, but you do it for 4 to 8 bars, he's gonna shake the room.
But you just said, go back to your point. You said it doesn't matter who goes first.
I think it is.
Of course it matters.
Absolutely.
Hollow has to go second. I mean, if I'm Tay-Rock, I'm making Hollow go first. But don't give Hollow the opportunity to show off his rebuttaling skills. His rebuttaling magic. Do not give him that leeway. It's going to hurt. He still does that. You do what Prep does, rebuttaling and freestyle. Hollow does that. He's literally probably the best person to do it. He's just that he didn't display it his last battle, I believe, but he's the person to do it.
But we also haven't seen Hollow on URL stage since Clips 15.
Yeah.
We've seen Tay-Rock a number of times since then.
It was a good Tay-Rocks though. Was it
We've
amazing
seen him
Tay-Rocks?
struggle a number of times since then.
He did good versus
We've
Chess.
seen some
He
good
did
ones.
good versus Chess.
He struggled with chess.
He did good.
He struggled with a
That's
high.
the one, though. It's the
He
one,
struggled
though.
with a high.
And
kid
that
still in high
was
school.
that was a hungry.
Chess
That was an extraordinary Chess.
Chess just graduated high
first-
school, and he struggled with him.
I would love to see Hollow go against Chess then. Let's say that.
Hollow with the
Hollow would have struggled with Chess in that first round too.
There's nobody
Anybody
in
would have struggled with Chess in that first round. Good God.
I don't know.
No, there's not.
I'll wait till the footage drop. URL, stop playing. I'm coming at you, URL. Stop playing with that footage. Drop the battle.
Because for some reason, when
Disrespect.
people sit in front of Hollow, the stuff that they have
doesn't hit the same?
No.
I can respect that. I definitely can respect that. But if you're gonna tell me like you said that he's gonna get destroyed, I just can't see destroyed.
He's going to lose convincingly. 2-1.
When's the last time Tay-Rock was destroyed?
When the last time Tay-Rock 3-0'd anybody? Oh, we talked about this. He's never.
When's the last time Hollow 3-0'd anybody?
Look who Hollow's
No,
battling.
but
Tay-Rock's battling little kids, and he's not. He's
One
struggling.
battle
He's battling the hungriest. The people, y'all put Chess in a high place. Chess is this, Chess is that. Rum Nitty faces him. Y'all put Rum Nitty in a high place. He's this, he's the best. He did. Then Tay-Rock faces him.
But what about when Ill Will was in the same position? This is the same guy that they said
they
Ill Will
pumped
was
up
the future.
Ill Will.
Put Ill Will in front of him.
What did Tay-Rock do?
You gonna make me steal Will or Emmett Till
Yeah,
Will
that
and
was
shut him
fire.
down for? We didn't see Ill Will on URL for almost 2 years after that. Those same crowds are still fans
Like
of
I said,
URL. He gonna
I
be standing
commend
for the
Tay-Rock
road.
for taking the hard matchups that some of these guys will not take.
At all.
He's very good at doing that.
At all.
He's always active. I commend him for that. But Hollow Don is a genius. He's going
I agree.
He's going
I agree.
to find a way to strip Tay-Rock.
He already.
Hollow,
I think
and
the
he's gonna win
pettiness.
the battle.
Sorry. I think the pettiness of how. I think he already found it. I think he's been writing for a long time. I think he has angles laid out. He has his outfit laid out for the match already. He's already ready.
And how many months do they have? 4? How many months prep?
Listen,
they knew about this, what, 4 or 5 months ago?
Probably.
That's a lot of.
Probably. The rumors was going around 4 or 5 months
Hollow
ago.
that much time?
You don't
5
give
months.
Hollow that much
5
time.
months prep.
Vada, you don't give Hollow that much time, Vada.
Rock gonna be ready too though, man. I mean, you don't get Hollow. That's a long time for Hollow. I'm not gonna lie, that's a long.
Yeah.
5 months is.
Hold up, but I do commend Tay-Rock. You know, I'm like Tay-Rock takes a lot of battles. I'm like, he's gonna take this, he's gonna take that. And I would have had Hollow the Don destroying Tay-Rock had he battled on Double Impact, had he battled on the card before. Tay-Rock says Tay-Rock says no. I need time, I need preparation for this dude. And he sits out for this 3 months probably.
We said no.
That's good
Smart.
to me. That's smart to me. That shows me that, hey, I'm taking this match serious. I'm not taking like anything else.
And you know,
good
one
for
of the
me.
motivating factors probably for Tay-Rock in reference to this battle is he knows everybody thinks he's gonna lose. You don't, as a battle rapper, we're gonna move ourselves personally from it. As a battle rapper, if you got a battle, everybody's saying you're gonna lose. That don't do something for you.
Oh yeah.
It motivates me. Yeah.
That's not
I want
motivate
to
you.
prove the naysayers. Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying? That's gonna. So yeah, overall, you know.
It could also kill your confidence too. It works both ways.
Let me pivot off of that. Tay-Rock knows what's at stake. Tay-Rock beats Hollow the Don. Tay-Rock is already the face of URL.
Absolutely.
Period. You got
Boy.
Surf Lock, and I mean, he's the face of URL. That's not gonna say.
Guaranteed.
He's the face of
Yep.
URL. That's a fact.
Yep.
No one disagree with that. You beat Hollow the Don, the person that I even nominated a year and a half ago as a person to beat. You are in legend.
In Irving Plaza.
In Irving Plaza, you're in legend. You're in gold status. You're in all of that. Tay-Rock realizes that. Let that motivate you, man. Let that motivate you, man.
See, Tay-Rock has been the poster boy for URL for how many years? But he's not on anybody's Mount Rushmore.
That's different though. Mount Rushmore's foundation. We know that. Mount Rushmore's foundation.
But you tell me.
I don't
Okay,
know.
if you have to essentially climb your way from the bottom to get to Mount Rushmore. You mean to tell me a clear win versus Hollow Don wouldn't do something?
This
for
is
his
my thing
resume?
with Tay-Rock.
A clear win.
Tay-Rock has to start putting on some 3-0 performances in order to get to the Mount Rushmore.
The reason why I say
But
that.
how
Hold on. The reason why I say that. 3-0s are very rare at this level.
It is.
You know that. Everybody's good. There's only a few battle rappers that aren't good on the URL. We can name them if you want, but we're not gonna do that. There's only a few guys who are getting 30. Most people are not coming out here and just losing all 3 rounds. You know what I mean? Unless they're choking. You put quality guy against quality guy. It's hard for them to just lose, get 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. You know what I mean? So 3-0s is hard to come by. Classic battles aren't. You know what I mean?
But we do get 3-0s. K-Shine, T-Rex, 3-0.
Okay.
Charlie Clips, T-Rex, 3-0. We got some 3-0s.
Oh, you just put that's
They're hard to come by.
I'm not saying that.
We gotta talk about quality guys.
They weren't quality.
I'm just saying, you got Charlie
T-Rex
Clips.
was not quality right
Oh,
there.
come on, Rex.
You talking about
Rex
quality
was not
guys?
quality against Clips. He wasn't quality against. I respect the hell out of T-Rex.
Rex is.
But we talking about the top guys.
Rex is the top guy.
But he wasn't quality. He was aboard those nights. Most respect, T-Rex is probably the reason I am here today. You know what I mean? T-Rex is probably one of the reasons. Him versus NH, I respect T-Rex to the fullest. But to those respect to those 2 matches, he was aboard.
But when you're looking at guys like the Sue Surfs, the freaking Calicos, all of these guys and stuff, it's very rare that you see
can
these guys
get 30s. Cortez. It can happen. Cortez, he just did it against Prez Mafia.
But you
can get 30s.
You have not named one quality battle yet, though.
We're giving these people excuses. They came in there and they got 30.
But when you see the footage of Prez Mafia, if you haven't watched it, have you seen it versus Cortez?
I haven't. I'm not a fan of Prez.
All right. But let's stick to the
We
top
gotta
game.
stop with this Mount. I mean, to do a minute on this. We gotta stop with this Mount Rushmore. When you carve your face out, it is what it is. If I stop in media right now, and they do media 10 years down the line, my face, no matter who's 10 times better than me, 10, 15 years in the line, battle rap, my face still gonna be on Mount Rushmore.
Absolutely.
So you can't just say T-Rock's gonna be, and in terms of greatest of all time, T-Rock can be a part of that. But the Mount Rushmore is probably already set. He won't get there. He won't get there.
He can get there.
You can't uncarve someone's face on Mount Rushmore.
You can't to think outside the box.
Murder Mook can stop right now, and then Tay-Rock could be the god in 10 more years. Murder Mook's face is still there. You don't carve out Murder Mook's face.
You can add to Mount
You can
Rushmore.
add to, yeah.
You can
but
add
then there's
to
gonna
it.
be 10 faces on there. Not gonna be 5.
Hall of Fame.
That's
The
what I'm
Mount
saying.
Rushmore,
So
Hall
the
of
Mount
Fame.
Rushmore argument is a little different. People got that misconstrued. I should do a video on
You
that.
probably should.
So you guys ultimately don't think Hollow Don can lose this battle? You guys think they?
It's a possibility. Oh, anything can happen. Anything can happen in a fight, baby.
Nah.
But we know Hollow's prepared.
Mayweather's not losing to Conor McGregor.
That's different. Don't do that.
No,
Don't do
no,
that.
no.
And I'm not
Disrespect
saying
Tay-Rock
Tay-Rock is Conor McGregor
At all, he's
but
not.
I'm just saying that it's not going to happen. That's what I'm saying.
You know we
Tay-Rock-
got to do a
Tay-Rock
recap. You know
meets the requirements.
we come back. There's a recap after.
Oh
the
yeah.
battle.
Oh.
And I'll be right.
And
all
he was right with that.
And all of you have given me my praise and apologizing to me rightfully so.
Like you said though, when you opened up the video, if Tay-Rock meets all those requirements, he has a very good chance of beating the Hollow Don. I'll say this, and I'll say this most respectfully. You know what I mean? If I was in Tay-Rock's position, utilize the IQ of Sue Surf. Meet with Sue Surf. Meet with Sue Surf. There's no reason why Tommy on Power shouldn't meet with Ghost while he's in prison. There's no reason why the Ghost didn't meet with Kanan. You gotta,
Go!
You know what I mean? Do this, do that. Sue Surf already faced him. You have him in your back pocket. That's your man. Call him up. No, don't call him up. Meet with him. Look him eye in eye. I'm facing him. I need. And Sue Surf will give you the perfect pointers for Tay-Rock. For how to die. Why not?
That's right.
I like that.
Use that. Meet all those criteria.
I never even thought about
Very
that.
well,
Very
Tay-Rock
clever.
could probably beat How to Die. But face value, what happened, previous values, the matches, previous matches, stuff like that, got How to Die.
When I look at all things considered, like I said, based on where it's happening at, based off of what I've seen, I know Tay-Rock can do. I know Hollow Don is a very difficult opponent, but I've seen people win battles. I'm still edging the battle 2-1 Tay-Rock. That's just me.
2-1. Clearly.
2-1.
Hollow.
Clear. Okay. This is champion. This is a very important match for the culture. This could change the way the rankings, how people measure this guy to that guy. Tay-Rock, you could do a lot with this one, boy.
Don't let me down.
Tay-Rock, you can do a lot with this one. Go.
Go.
This is your chance. All these fake matches, I'm sorry. All these fake matches they gave you that you didn't want, this is your time to put a stamp on something right now. You could very well retire after this. Tay-Rock. Champion, man.
I'm the man, yeah, you gotta love me. You gotta love it. It's all love on the west side.
I said I tell it like it is, cause like it is what it gotta be. I'm that nigga that they tryna be, honestly.